was your self-assessment and your evidence for learning?
Well, I think I got mastery because I know I was able to construct a scientific argument, and I used some data to support my conclusion and claim.
No!
Are you a little nervous that this is how your quest review is going to go? Well, I've got a video for you. Why don't you take out a pencil and a paper and take some notes? I'll wait.
Ms. Bartley got a little tired of waiting for you to grab the notebook and pen, but I'm glad to see that you're here, you're back, you've got your notebook and pen. So let's get started. I want to start with learning objectives. What does the learning objective say? It says, create a scientific argument showing how data supports a conclusion or claim. What is this asking you to do? It's asking you to construct an argument. What two things does this argument need to have? It needs to have a claim, and it needs to have data. You did these things in the bias quest. In your press release, you made a claim. Now you need to say what that claim is. You can't just say that you made a claim because that is not evidence. You need to provide the evidence of what that claim is, and you use data. So you need to talk about what data you used specifically. Did you use an average? Did you use an average of 10 people, an average of 5 people? Did you use one outlier? Did you use time 0, time 30, 60, 90? Did you use a change between time 0 and time 90? You need to talk about what data you used and how that supported your claim. Now let's take a look at the guiding question. The guiding question says, shows a direct link between argument and supporting evidence. So, you have your claim and you've stated what that claim is, and you have your data and you've stated what that data is. Now you need to talk about how they are linked. What is the connection between the two? How is your data connected to your claim? Now, once you've talked about these specific things, that is evidence for learning. That's what we're talking about here. What we've noticed is a lot of people are just stating, I made a claim. I used data. We need you to be specific. Because I can say to you, I went to the moon, and you're not going to believe me. Because I have no evidence. I can show you a rock and say, this is my evidence. This is a moon rock. And you're still not going to believe me. You need evidence. So do we. So, moving forward, I hope this clears up the idea of what is evidence. Evidence is specific things that you did to support your argument, to support your claim, and to support your self-assessment.
I figured I'd help you out just a little bit more. Another thing that we've been noticing is that people are using their media releases and claiming that they're scientific arguments. Is that true? Because I'm pretty sure I remember talking about that in your quest bias groups. I'm pretty sure we discussed how if we were to talk about a hypothesis instead of a role to play, that would not be good science. So, is your media release actually a scientific argument? I don't think so. So, in your quest reflection, it might be a good idea to identify the pieces of your media release that wouldn't make it a good scientific argument. And then you can point out what you would add in order to do so, and make it a good scientific argument. That'd be some pretty good evidence.
Alright, so I'm glad Ms. Bartley cleared some of that up. Speaking of media reports, I want to talk about one of the learning objectives that asks you to read a media report and identify some strengths and weaknesses. What we've noticed is that when people are identifying strengths and weaknesses, what they're doing is evaluating their partners. They're saying, she did a good job because she wrote 50 words. That is not what we're looking for here. What we're looking for is for you to identify strengths and weaknesses in the claims that were made based on the data. Did they use all of the data to support their claim? Probably not. Which data did they use to support their claim? Did that strongly support their claim? Which data did they leave out? What were some weaknesses in their claim based on the data? Those are the types of things that we want you to identify. Alright, well thanks for tuning in today, and I can't wait to read your reflections now.